This is the Monduo 14-inch Pro Duo display, and it is incredible. In February, I covered the 16-inch version, and that was so good that even MKBHD showed it off in an unsponsored video saying that he really likes it. And back then, David actually sent me that 16-inch version without me knowing, and when I unboxed it, I was really surprised. But now they are back with the 14-inch version of it, but it is better in almost every single way. Let's go ahead and open this thing up, and as you guys can see, the packaging is really nice, even better than before. And look at that right there. The previous one was built with high quality plastic, but this thing is made out of aluminum. Now, I've looked at and tested multiple different external displays, but they all have some very common problems that Monduo has addressed. And pulling this thing out and getting my first impressions here, my goodness, this is even better than what David said it was going to be like. Look at the panels right there, how thin they are. And all of these outsides are super high quality. I'm gonna grab my 14-inch right there. Look at that, guys. You have aluminum on both. And wow. Now, of course, we have a few plastic pieces in here because they need to be plastic, but I'm really impressed by how thin and flush this thing closes down. Let's go ahead and slide it out like this. And then I can go ahead and flip out one of the displays right there. Let's go ahead and flip the other one out. And there you have that center point, which expands to be able to fit onto your computer. Now, not only will this work with Mac, but it also works with Windows as well. I'll go ahead and set this down right here, and let's see what else is in the box. So we have an assortment of cables, because that's basically all you need. You don't need to have an external power brick or anything like that. We have a USB Type-C cable. And we have another one. This is for power only if you want to feed the display power and pass through to your Mac, which it can actually pass through 100 watts to keep your MacBook all charged up. Here we have an HDMI cable, and then we have two USB Type-C cables right here as well. Now, like I said, with the previous 16-inch version, I was skeptical. I thought it'd be really bulky, that it would take a long time set up, and it genuinely wouldn't be that useful. But like I showed you guys in the Florida trip, it was amazing. It easily packed into my bag, and I was able to get it out and set it up in under 40 seconds. It was quick, it was simple, it was easy, and it allowed me to do video editing on the go while having screens on the sides to show my media, to be able to pull up info online without having to go switch between different programs. It just really sped up the whole workflow, and it was great overall. But this one, they made it better in a lot of ways. The first thing I want to point out is instead of having the USB connections on the bottom, now it is on the back of the main portion that goes behind your screen. This makes it a little bit easier to connect it, and you no longer have to have right angle adapters or anything like that, just your simple two cables. Now, I also mentioned that whenever I traveled, I would always take the 16-inch because I wanted the larger screen size compared to a 13-inch MacBook or a 14-inch, because a 14-inch just wasn't enough space to do serious in-depth video editing in other work. And at the end, I mentioned that I can't wait for a 14-inch version because with the extra displays on the side, I don't have to pack the biggest laptop. And I think they succeeded, but way better than I expected. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how easy it is to set up. Bam, I just folded this out. Let me go ahead and extend it. It is on there. And now I'm gonna grab this little hinge, which they actually upgraded. It's aluminum, they made it a lot more stiff. And my screen setup is set up. Lastly, I'll plug in these two cables right here. And now that it's at the back, it's a lot easier. Plugged in, and we are on. That is how easy it is to connect your displays, get it attached like this, and then just like that, let me show you guys how to disconnect it. I'll actually undo that. Bam. I'll go ahead and fold down this screen, the second one, unplug the cables, and you can go ahead and toss this into your bag and head out. And wherever you go, for example, a coffee shop, you can have a slim package that triples your displays and be able to have optimal productivity with triple screens without taking up a bunch of room with this new 14-inch setup. Now that is cool all on its own, but what is very special is how the Monduo stands out from everything else. This thing has a 2560 by 1600 resolution, so it is ultra sharp. But what really matters along with that is the software, and I'll get into that in just a bit. The displays are 14-inch and they are designed to match the MacBook. They have a high 144 Hertz refresh rate, which means that they are super smooth, just like your Mac. And with that, they have 500 nits of brightness, which perfectly matches the MacBook's brightness in normal modes. It has DirectX support and 100% DCI P3 color gamut, so the same color accuracy as your Mac, and it has a very low latency built in as well. And compared to the 16-inch model that you guys could still buy, this actually has a glass display panel instead of plastic. So it is designed to perfectly match your MacBook. And in the comments to my original video for the 16-inch, a lot of you guys really praised how you liked this setup, that you stopped using an iPad on the side because of latency, and just how well it worked together with the Monduo software. And then another person said that they bought cheaper alternatives and the screen was just fuzzy and not enjoyable to use, and this setup was way better. And now with a 14-inch model being out, it is even better with its aluminum design and improved kickstand. And everybody that has a 14-inch Mac that loves portability but sometimes needs extra screen real estate, just like I do, well, you guys can rejoice. Now I want to show you guys the software which makes this a complete product. As you guys saw, both displays are working out of the box. There's no hoops to jump through, weird workarounds, but I'm gonna go ahead and download the software here, and then we are going to open it up. This is what makes these so amazing. I'm gonna install the drivers that are gonna optimize this whole setup and make it just like a Mac. And just like that, the displays have automatically been arranged. The resolution has been automatically adjusted to match your Mac. The same thing with the UI scaling, and even with auto brightness. So if you guys look right here, I'm gonna turn down the brightness and all of the displays match up in terms of brightness, which is awesome. The same thing goes with the colors of the displays. They also match up perfectly, which is why if Apple were to make an external display setup, this is what they would make. And David, who is a huge Mac fan, he created this for his own needs and he wanted to be Apple quality like. Now let me show you guys the settings right here. We have a few different options. Like I mentioned, you can match the brightness of the displays. And with that, we are gonna match the resolution. We're gonna automatically arrange them so they just work. There's no menus or extra buttons to fumble around with and try to optimize. And this is not enabled by default, but you can turn off the Monduo backlighting on full dimming. If you guys noticed, when I dimmed it last time, when my Mac display turned off, the other ones did not. But with that setting, bam, they are gonna match up and turn on and off all together. Now we can have the app automatically launch, we have updates, and then as far as displays, you can actually disable certain things if you don't want it. There's also some advanced settings here, so you can combine everything. And we have a few other settings if you wanna customize how your app is set up. Now with that, we can go into the menu bar right here, and if you want to make some adjustments yourself, you can actually go in and adjust brightness, if you wanna adjust the contrast, some other changes. and you can do some hardware level adjustments as well, so you still have full control, all built in easily into the software. But the beauty of this setup is that you don't have to. You have this crazy triple setup no matter where you go. If you're traveling, you're in a hotel room, going from your home workspace to maybe an office if you're returning to work, while maximizing your screen real estate in a super small package, which is super easy to use and extremely high quality. So if you guys have been looking for a solution like this, or if you bought some cheap setup that's super plasticky, that doesn't match up with low brightness, low color accuracy, the displays are fuzzy, and you want to get something better, this is the way to do it. You guys can check out their excellent reviews, check out MKBHD talking about the 16-inch version, and our viewers on Max Tech talking about the 16-inch that they bought and how they absolutely love it. Once again, thank you to David for sending this out. We're gonna have links in the video description if you guys want to pick one of these up, support a small business with a very small team that genuinely cares about quality and loves Macs. You guys can go ahead and do that. Click that circle above to subscribe. Check out that video right over there. This has been Max, and I'll see you in the next one.